right, welcome in. How you doing? Give me a second. We're gonna go throw some links around, try and get some peoples in here to hang out with us. We are on Locals Day. We'll be there for 30 minutes before it kicks us off. Hi, Andrea. Andrea said, hi, everyone. Today's devotionals are out on all the platforms that I post on, that I believe, anyway. And as usual, any input is appreciated on them. Hi, Thomas. Welcome in, bud. How you doing? Yeah, this morning we did do a show, but it was a late show because I was, um, yeah, late coming out. The wind is horrible here. But it did warm up today. We got up to, I think, 44, 45, somewhere in there. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, buddy? All right, now I can up here for Thomas. My friend's got her Air Force sweatshirt on. I don't know what she's doing with the Barstool Sports thing, but her son is Air Force, so that's why she's got the Air Force sweatshirt on. But I thought you'd get a kick out of that. Now let me get over here to ScrewTube. Okay, let me get caught up on chat here. Thomas said, just thinking of what kind of ice cream to get. Yeah, Daniel, tomorrow, Saturday is ice cream for breakfast. Here, let me show you proof. This is the advertisement for our local ice cream shop, our ice cream maker. And right there, celebrate National Ice Cream for Breakfast this Saturday, February 1st. And then they give you a little coupon. No, not pecan, Daniel. It wasn't pecan. It was pistachio, remember? Pistachio. Man, nothing good right now. Lots and lots of shit going on in the news today. So apparently, for some reason, we are spending $50 million to send condoms to Gaza. Why? Just, that makes no sense to me. I'm sorry, our infatuation with the sex lives of those around the world just, I find it unfathomable. Hi, Latoya. Are you feeling better? Hi, Whiskers. I'd say F the goats, Elmo, but apparently they already are, so. Very nice, Latoya. I'm glad to hear that. That's a little bright, ain't it? Sorry. I'm sure Thomas and Daniel have been on the opposite side of the flashlight numerous times. What are you doing? Straight upstairs, huh? Ah. What's up, Daddy?
No, not much. Waiting on a prescription. Figured I'd jump in for a bit before I headed home.
What the hell, Cat? What are you in? She decides to jump upstairs. I'm trying to twist my arm so you can see this. But she flings shit on me. I don't know what the hell, where it's from or what the hell it is, but yeah, I love it.
I got Mama Cat real good the other day. I don't know how the hell she didn't hear me walk up on her. She's not that old. Reached down and just lightly grabbed her on the sides. She freaked the fuck out.
That's funny.
Yeah. I'll probably bounce out once I go to get on the highway because I couldn't hardly hear anything when I tried that the other day. But
yeah. You almost have to have an earpiece in.
and yet again today I forgot the damn earbuds. But if you're still on when I get home, I'll jump back in.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll probably be here.
Hmm.
We were just talking about apparently protecting the sheep or the goats in the Middle East from,
I
by
heard you
sending
say
$50
we're
million in condoms.
We're paying how much for condoms?
$50 million for condoms for Gaza. What is our infatuation with the sex lives of other people around the world? Because I just don't fucking get
Who
it.
has run our government for the longest time? The Democrats. Hell, most Republican presidents I've seen get elected, they're opposed by Democrats in Congress. So, but yeah, I agree.
Daniel said
What
if
I
you put
found hilarious
Vaseline
was
on
that money going to
gender studies
was
in
it?
Pakistan.
Paying for LGBTQ plus MOSED plus in Syria. Like, yeah, try being gay in Syria. See how that works out for you.
Yeah, they like to. Chase said that's a lot of fucking.
It's a lot of condoms.
Okay.
I bet you some of those people that won the lifetime supply of condoms, I bet it costs less for them to have condoms the rest of their life than it does us paying Gaza.
Probably.
And I guarantee you it's not getting spent on condoms.
Daniel said if you put Vaseline on the screen, Chris looks better, Andrea. I'm sure I do.
Beer goggles work better.
Andrea says, how about 50 million for condoms for Democrats so they don't have offspring?
Yes, please. Let's pass a law that says they can no longer reproduce. Not really, but boy, there's some people that make you wonder whether that shouldn't be the case.
There are people out there who are so into politics that they actually, I would consider child abuse, some of the shit that they do with their kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Push their politics.
Oh.
Oh, shoot. Been a busy day here. Now I'm tired.
What?
Had somebody show up at the front door and knock, and then they were talking into the front door camera, and I didn't get a notification that somebody was at the front door. So I'm like, that's
what brand? What brand do you have?
Swan. I despise them. Mom,
I never bought much from them. I thought about getting one of the Ring ones, just to have a doorbell that works. Every time my dad comes over, he pushes it and pushes it and pushes it, and it won't ring.
huh?
It was a cheap one, so it's not like it's all that surprising it doesn't work well.
This is what I have. Two different kinds from Swans. I have one like these ones here.
Hold on. Oh, okay.
And it's actually recording now. And
wait, you mean I'm on camera? Why wasn't I told?
Then we have these guys here. Now, the difference between this one and this one is this one actually has a light in it.
Here, okay.
Let me do this.
Oops. All right. Hang tight. I'm going to run in here and grab this. I'm going to leave the phone in the car.
Okay, bud.
Be right back.
Now watch it not load.
Oh.
Now, well. Latoya says they're hiding from me. Well, usually I'm the one hiding. Yeah, no, we don't have a bathroom cam here, Doug. I don't need to see that. Nope, I'm good. Okay, put that back up there. It's on the charger. So, but yeah, some guys at the front door talking to the camera for like 5 minutes. I never got a notification that there was a guy there. Katie calls me. There's somebody out front. By the time I go out front, there's nobody there. I'm like, what the hell, man? Andrea's loving all the cowboy hats. Walking around. Abu. Abu, come here. Come here, my boo. You're all wet. You're outside playing in the mud. Everything's melting today since it got so warm. Yeah, they record. Here, let me do this. Way back. Trying to go back here to where that was. Here it is. And I hit the wrong damn button. Son of a bitch. I hate iPhones.
Oh, knock, knock.
To an online server. It comes directly to my phones, Jay. And as he's leaving, he's still talking. I'm just like, okay. So, yeah, that was interesting. I don't know who the hell it was. I'm sure they'll be back. Well, he's probably just somebody hoping they could take and grab that scrap metal out that's out there and take it. So, but yeah, I've had nothing but issues out of these cameras since we bought them. Getting them to pair up like they're supposed to, and just one of them, the seal broke and water got into it. Well, hi, Fluff. And when I called them, they're like, well, did you have it under something? And I'm like, what do you mean under something? They're all-weather cameras. They're supposed to be able to be out in all weather. Well, yeah, but you're not supposed to let them out. They're supposed to be under some kind of covering. I'm like, that does not say that anywhere in the frickin' instructions or in the when you buy it. So they were trying to cover their ass, and I think I paid $20 a month for my service. Maybe that's why. But yeah, I'm gonna probably look into getting something different here in a little bit, maybe. But we always get good videos of the cats. But yeah, see, you can see the kitties as they come in and out the door and stuff like that. Yeah, they were trying to use that as an excuse to not replace the camera, and I told them to go F themselves, and yeah, some other not so nice things, and so yeah, I'm probably not. Here's the only thing I want to tell you about the Ring cameras, okay, bud? The Ring cameras are not encrypted. They are very easily hacked. Just so you know. Uh-oh, y'all better hit that like button because Dave's on his way. Just so you know. But yeah, no. Ring cam are not, you don't pay for them. But yeah, Ring cams can be hacked all easy. Let me... The New York Times, somebody's watching. Hackers breach Ring home security cameras. It was in at least 4 different... Fluff, you can't get up there, puppy. Come on. Come here, puppy. Come on. No. But hurry up. Come here. Come here. Sorry. Hey, Dave. How you doing, buddy? We got a Ryan? I didn't see the Ryan. But, yeah, so that's why I don't want the Ring cameras. How you doing, Ryan? How's Ray doing, Ryan? Or not Ryan, Dave. How's Ray doing, Dave? Sorry. I'm getting my wires crossed here. Dave watched Bohemian Rhapsody last night. That's the movie I got to play. What do y'all think about starting to do a Harry Potter marathon? We'll do like 3 Harry Potter movies a night. She'll be there at 3. That'll be 7 my time. So, alrighty. Waffle House in Wally World. That's a hell of a redneck day. You had to have seen at least one good fight today then, Ryan. One good fight, right? You've never watched Harry Potter? I think we own Tombstone, Jay. Let me look. The Harry Potter movies are actually really good, considering that they're a bunch of sniveling little shits in it, but so let's say we'll start. Hello?
Hi.
How are you?
Tired. How are y'all?
Tired. For those of you who don't realize it, that's Lori. She's not going to get on camera, I guess, but you can hear her. So, yeah, we don't have a ghost in the place.
Y'all don't want to see me on camera? Don't you see my name down there?
I don't, because it's all the way at the top on my screen. Andrea said, Lori? No, that's Harry Pothead, Elmo. That's Harry Pothead. That's that movie you're talking about, Elmo. Elmo said, is Harry Potter about a stoner that needs to shave?
Oh, Jesus.
It's just Mom. Relax. Oh, nope, you gotta go smell her butt. Okay, we'll have fun. There she is.
I look like hell. I've been busy cleaning house all day, and now at the point I'm fixing to scrub bathtubs and commodes and shit like that. Girl just left.
Oh shit! I forgot to turn my mic and camera off.
Oh, they were Andrew was enjoying watching people walk by in the cowboy hats and stuff, so she was happy about that.
Oh, nice. Well, at least y'all got some entertainment out of it.
I just came in. Who was there? Any Wranglers, Andrea? Elmo.
Yeti's down in Texas there, Lori.
Yes.
Well, hey, Yeti. I'm in Arkansas.
I got family up in Arkansas. I think I said Oklahoma last time. I meant Arkansas, up near Little Rock.
Jay said we were your security Yeti.
2.5 hours from Little Rock. What?
Jay said we were your security Yeti. Jay said we were your security. People would have got a hell of a scare jumping into your car. Hey, who the fuck are you? You're not supposed to be in there.
I did contemplate that thought while I was in there. I was like, what would happen if somebody tried to break in? I mean, it's not like y'all can actually stop them, but could you imagine the reaction?
Hey, we could dial 911 for you. Wait, where are you at again?
Texas.
He's down between
What
Fort
part of
Worth and
Texas?
Denton.
We know that.
Between Fort Worth
I
and
am
Denton.
about an hour north of Fort Worth, give or take.
Oh, hell. You're not that far from me then.
No.
Lori used to,
Where
Lori
I'm
used to
at right
fly-
now, I'm about 30 to 45 minutes from Windstar.
You know where Texarkana is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that where you're
I'm
at?
45 minutes from Texarkana,
Gotcha.
east of Texarkana, or west of Texarkana.
No, you're right, east.
No, I said right, east. Thank you.
Never eat sour worm. I mean, what?
Lori used to fly through Dallas all the time when she was going back home.
Yeah.
That was her favorite place to fly through because she was always stuck there. Because of weather.
Yeah.
Or... Your least favorite place to fly through was Boston.
I forgot how
fuck's
messy
sake.
these Doritos Locos Tacos were.
Oh, yeah? Andrea said, I'm coming to you, Lori, and we're heading towards Yeti to find us a good-looking cowboy.
Come on, girl. We can find some. We got some pretty good looking ones just a little bit east of me, so
You can find some in
west of me.
Tennessee, too.
Okay. Tennessee's too damn far away.
Yeah, fair enough.
Lori
I was
drove
stationed
home
up there. That's why I know.
Lori drove home once, and
What's
she
that?
hates driving through Tennessee.
Oh God, it felt like it was never going to end. I swear, the longest part of that drive was driving through Tennessee.
Me too.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that.
Jay brought up. He's checking something on his phone. He's still here.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Oh.
It's telling me my fingerprint isn't my fingerprint. There we go.
Isn't that funny how that works?
Isn't it?
Okay, I got to look up something here because we want to see this.
Okay. Good. I had to check my money.
Are you putting enough down?
Make sure I didn't short myself. I still have one more bill that's coming out. For the Microsoft Office thing.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure I don't drop under $8 and I'm pretty much good.
Okay, so here we go. You're all going to love this because apparently RFK roasted Elizabeth Warren really bad today.
Senator Warren. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, Mr. Kennedy, I want to start with something that I think you and I agree on, and that is that Big Pharma has too much power in Washington. You said that President Trump asked you to, quote, clean up corruption and conflicts. Sounds great. You said that you will, quote, slam shut the revolving door between government agencies and the companies they regulate. That also sounds great. So here's an easy question. Will you commit that when you leave this job, you will not accept compensation from a drug company, a medical device company, a hospital system, or a health insurer for at least 4 years, including as a lobbyist or a board member?
Can you just repeat the last part of the question? Can I commit?
You're not going to take money from drug companies in any
Will
way.
you commit to the same, bitch?
Yes, you.
Oh. I'm happy to commit to that.
Okay, good. That's what I figured. I said it's an easy question to start with. And I think you're right on this
I don't
question.
think any of them want to give me money, by the way.
Let's keep going. You're right because say yes. Because every American has the right to know that every decision you make as our number one officer is to help them and not to make money for yourself in the future. So I want to talk more about money. I'm looking at your paperwork right now. In the past 2 years, you've raked in $2.5 million from a law firm called Wisner Baum. you go online, you do commercials to encourage people to sign up with Wisner Baum to join lawsuits against vaccine makers. And for everyone who signs up, you personally get paid. And if they win their case, you get 10% of what they win. So if you bring in somebody who gets $10 million, you walk away with $1 million. Now, you just said that you want the American people to know you can't be bought. Your decisions won't depend on how much money you could make in the future. You won't go to work for a drug company after you leave HHS. But you and I both know there's another way to make money. So, Mr. Kennedy, will you also agree that you won't take any compensation from any lawsuits against drug companies while you are secretary and for 4 years afterwards?
Well, I'll certainly commit to that while I'm secretary. Clarify something, because you're making me sound like a shill. I put together that case. I did the Science Day presentation to the judge on that case to get it into court.
Mr.
The Daubert
Kennedy,
hearing.
Mr. Kennedy, it's just a really simple question.
Yeah,
You've taken in $2.5 million. I want to know if you will commit right now that not only will you not go to work for drug companies, you won't go to work suing the drug companies and taking your rake out of that while you're a secretary and for 4 years after. It's just
I'll commit to not taking any fees from drug companies while I'm secretary.
No, I'm asking about fees from suing.
She thinks she has a fucking gotcha question, and she's asking him
Yeah,
to
but
not work as a fucking lawyer after he gets out of his position.
Okay.
Which is absolutely
It's
stupid.
a really simple question, yet the bitch is too dumb to realize one has a conflict of interest, the other doesn't.
How, as secretary of HHS, if you get confirmed, you could influence every one of those lawsuits. Well, let me start the list. You could publish anti-vaccine conspiracies, but this time on U.S. government letterhead, something a jury might be impressed by. You could appoint people
I don't
to the
understand
CDC vaccine panel.
He said he would not do anything during his tenure as
You could tell the
DHS
CDC
secretary.
vaccine panel to remove a
I can't
particular
handle
vaccine
listening to that
from
dumb
the
bitch.
vaccine schedule.
She's a fucking idiot. They're all idiots.
I made a joke a while back that Kamala Harris was the Indian version of Elizabeth Warren. Yeah, she's dumber bag of bricks, dude. That bitch would not know common sense if it snuck up and bit her in the ass. That with the first one, there's everybody wants that shit to stop. The first question.
Yeah.
Because it is a clear and blatant conflict of interest. Advertising legal services against the same is not a conflict of interest.
No. That's his job.
If he were...
He already... hold on 1 second. Tiff said,
Okay,
I understand the question. He could influence lawsuits while in office, but he's not. He said that he won't do that while in office, but once he's out of office, that's his job. He's a lawyer. He's going to, you know, what? He's supposed to turn down clients just because he thinks he'll be treated favorably. That,
let me polish this off and I'll give you my thought on that.
There's a difference between these people who are working for the FDA and the CDC who are being paid they're being paid by the pharmaceutical companies to do their research and stuff to whether or not their drugs are safe. And then all of a sudden they end up on the board of these big pharmaceutical companies after they get out. And somebody who's a lawyer and a lawyer doing their job once they get out of office. I don't.
Well, this is where I stand on it. Let's say somebody in the line of their work on the job, right, makes contacts that work for Raytheon, right, while they're serving in government. Him getting hired by Raytheon afterwards, in and of itself, is not really a problem, because networking is a very valuable skill and it can lead to great success. The problem comes in when they are getting that job because they passed laws heavily in favor of Raytheon. Deregulated stuff that had no business being deregulated, regulated stuff that had no business being regulated. You know, if Raytheon is, essentially using their positions to leverage government, yeah, that's a problem. But I don't see RFK Jr. doing any of that. We know where he stands. He doesn't do this double speak bullshit. He tells you what he thinks. And if he's wrong, he'll admit it.
I mean, if he's just doing his job when he gets out, part of his job, he goes after pharmaceutical companies to go, when he has vaccine injured people that he's representing. I know he does that. He does environmental law too. So, I mean,
and there is a place for environmental law, but not on a global scale. If you've got somebody that's going around salting an entire county, but putting salt on everybody's crops, that could be handled, through environmental law, I'm sure.
Here's part of my problem. Okay, Monsanto has their hands on every single crop in the United States.
Yeah.
They are putting pesticides built into these crops.
Yeah.
There's been no real study done on all of how this affects us, because they couldn't do the study until after they did it and actually had people eat it. Because they're saying, you're not actually eating most of those crops. Most of those crops are just being eaten by the cattle or whatever. Well,
yeah,
we're learning now, as science evolves, that a lot of the shit that our animals are eating does get passed on to us.
Yeah. What's that disease that pigs are prone to that can be transferred through the meat to humans? I forget what it's called. It's pretty common. But I was reading an article years ago that was talking about this college class that had genetically modified a pig to be resistant to said disease. And all they did was basically they bred pigs. They genetically modified it through breeding. They didn't jab it with needles, put foreign stuff inside the pit. They bred pigs that were resilient. And in the end, they actually ended up with a pig that wasn't resistant, but immune to the disease. And the federal government shut them down because of GMOs. Well, now you've got all these big companies years later that are using the same thing. And guess who didn't get credit for it? So yeah, our food supply is insanely fucked up.
They're saying swine flu, but there's a lot of other shit that we can get from them as well. Ringworm, erysipelas, leptospirosis, streptococcus. There's a whole list of stuff there that gets.
No, it's not swine flu. It's something else. If I were to ask a farmer that raised and sold pigs, they probably know.
Toxoplasmosis?
No. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the name.
I mean, swine flu is one of the things on this list. E. coli.
Well, yeah, swine flu is bad, but
hepatitis.
That wasn't
Buffalo.
the. Huh?
He said brucellosis, and I said that's cows and buffaloes and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't know that. Learned something new.
But Tiffany, you're right. Yes, the whole thing with our food supply is not up to standards. There's so much shit. Our grain that we use for making our cereals and breads and stuff like that in the United States is illegal in 90% of the world.
Yeah. What's that other medicine? It's pretty prominent. That's illegal in every country but ours. Oh no, here's a better one. So, I was watching Chad Prather one day, and he had a guest on who runs a clinic in Mexico, which, stereotypically you think, oh, going to Mexico for a medical procedure? Oh, hell no. But come to find out is what they do is they do stem cell treatments, except that their method of acquiring the stem cells is to take the stem cells from an umbilical cord and then culture those. I think they said they may go through like a umbilical cord a year, maybe longer than that. But it's wow. I think it's like one of two stem cell treatments that do not originate from aborted and chopped up babies. And the only reason he can't do it here is because that method is illegal in America.
Let me send Tiffany a link if she wants to hop on with us.
So,
I'm going to run and get myself finished and start supper. I'll talk to y'all a little later, okay?
All right. Be safe.
All righty. Be safe.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye. It's kind of weird when you start going down the rabbit hole and finding out what has been outlawed in the US of A. It's like, why? It's like I think I mentioned the vape law a while back. In order to prevent children from acquiring THC oils, in which vitamin E acetate was used to extract the THC, they passed a law telling small businesses who were already following established law, prohibiting them from selling products with depictions of candy, cartoons, or fruit on the front of the package, because it markets to children.
Well, why are children in a tobacco store?
They're not. That's the point. They're not. They targeted the only places that weren't selling to children. And completely... Sorry, I'll shut up. I'm going to be on my soapbox if I keep going on.
Thomas said Trichinella spiralis.
That could be it. I'll have to. I looked it up the other day. When I get home, I'll have to jump on my browser and see if I can pull it up through history.
Ouch, that's not fun, Latoya. Latoya has a splinter in her hand.
Oh my God, people, the speed limit is 75, not 55. Whee!
So, we warmed up today pretty nice. It was mid 40s, low, almost to 50 degrees today.
Yeah.
I had a
That's about
hornet
what it
in my
was here.
shed.
So,
Good.
tell me, how much do you think you've spent so far running that diesel heater? Rough about.
I've had it running for 2 weeks now. I filled it twice. I got 2 5-gallon containers full. Now,
Yeah.
it's going to be skewed because I didn't know where to get the off-road diesel before.
Uh-huh.
And that's a big difference in price. So the first time,
Right.
the first 2 times that I filled up, it was $25 a tank for 5 gallons. Whereas this last time it was only $19.
That's not terrible. I mean, it'd have to be pretty efficient to only have a 1.2 gallon tank.
Yeah. I mean, it lasts.
Hey,
if I have it on the first, like the lowest or the second to lowest setting, it lasts at least 14 hours.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll see what things look like in the next few months. I mean, I know it's going to warm up by the next few months, but if I end up with the money to buy it, I may go ahead and buy it for next year. I'll be paying off my Home Depot card in a few months, so I'll have a little more money to play with then.
Andrea said it's 36 in Ohio today, and Elmo said they think they got the 80 today.
Holy shit. I didn't realize it was this foggy. Granted, it's entirely white, but I drove by a water tower, and it was just barely visible.
Uh-huh.
Yet I can see it's high fog. It's not ground fog. That's why I didn't notice it. You know what? Let me look at the forecast for the week. Well, hell, if this keeps up, I may only be running my window unit at night. I've had it off all day. We'll see what it feels like when I get back in my room. But that's bound to drop the electric bill.
Yeah, they're saying that we got up to 48 degrees today.
Yeah, it's 57 here right now.
42
Oh,
tomorrow, 25 tonight, 30 tonight.
Plug in my phone.
46 tomorrow, 35 low tomorrow night, 43 on Saturday. Next Monday, we're supposed to jump up to
Having
54
problems, I was
degrees.
reaching for the wrong port. I'd be all right if it stayed around 55 to 60 degrees. That's my preferred temperature. At least for sleeping anyway. During the day, I may bump it up to like 65, but when it starts pushing 70, that's too warm for me.
Daniel said he hasn't had his air conditioner on in over a month.
Nice.
I haven't had my air conditioner
I'll love
since, since October, I think was the last time I had the air conditioner on.
Excuse me.
Now, when I had central air, I used to keep it 68 degrees all year long.
Yeah. I will love it when I can finally update my Windows and get a new central AC setup. I've still got the old version, the one that's been phased out.
Now.
Yeah. But I can't even think about doing something like that. I mean, well, I can't do it without the money regardless, but I can't even think about doing something like, or running something like that rather, until I update the windows and make sure the walls are insulated properly.
Well, you could. It just wouldn't be energy efficient. You'd end up spending a shit ton of money
it costs
on
me too
electricity.
much. Yeah. That one day, one of those 2 days we were in my living room, I've only turned the central heating on that one day this year. It's just it costs too damn much to run that, and I'm probably looking at probably be at least $160 for this cycle, just running that one day. Granted,
Hi, Tiffany. You're muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Tiffany.
Yeah. Oh, he was talking, so I just typed in the chat.
Well, just jump in and tell me to shut up.
Well, they can't. Like the regular people can't see that chat. That chat, when you type in here, just goes to us that are in.
Yes.
In
Oh, here, so. Okay. See, I'm just figuring out how this works because this is only the second time I use this, and the first time was also in your live. But now I was just saying that since you got me addicted to a smoker and smoking meat, when it gets warmer out, we need to do a meat smoking fest. Which I was so addicted that I didn't even care if it was cold outside. But like when it's warmer out, then at least we can hang outside while the meat is smoking.
Yeah.
Hey, Worrell.
That's fair.
Tyler's here. Ryan said, I don't see Tiffany. Well, Tiffany's a little shy.
Yeah, like you don't want to see me after a rough day after work. You don't want to see me.
You should have seen how I looked this morning. I looked like what was that black man, that the big old black man that was running for president for a while? Had the poofy hair.
The name slips my mind.
Don.
You know who I'm talking
Don
about,
King?
though. Yeah, I woke up this morning looking like him.
Did Don King run for office?
Yeah, I think that's him. He wasn't in there long. And he didn't go around attacking people too much. So, unfortunately, if you don't attack people, you don't make it far in these elections.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. If a candidate came out and actually told me what their policies were and what they wanted to do, and instead of attacking somebody else, was sitting there saying, "This is what I want to do to help you."
Yeah, that's why I voted for Trump.
Further.
I mean, that's ideal, but that rarely happens in politics. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, you know, whoever wins, I wish them the best because I don't want to suffer. That's my standpoint. Like, I
Yeah.
support, I literally like advocate, like, I hope they do good to like whoever wins the election because, regardless of if somebody's Republican or Democrat, which I do get a lot of flack for being a Republican from some of my coworkers and friends and family, but you know, I mean, we all have to live in this country. And
Exactly.
realistically, the
Yeah.
economy is not good enough for like people are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to move out the country if this person wins. Not very many people can afford to
Hey,
leave
Mike.
the country. So that's just delusional.
Right. Exactly. Well,
Right.
yeah, because it costs too damn much just to leave.
Well, look at Ellen's already back in the States. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good.
Ellen couldn't stay away.
You reminded me of a encounter I had while I was enlisted. I went to a supply one day.
Oof.
A little old girl that was in there told me I must be a Democrat because I don't make a whole lot of money. What? And I was about to say something, but then her coworker walked around the corner and said, "Did you just say he has to be a Democrat because he doesn't make a whole lot of money?" "Yeah, that's how that works, isn't it?" And he goes, before I could even say anything, he goes, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard." And I'm
Jay's
like,
mad.
hands off. Everything's been said. I got nothing else to say.
Yeah. I'm all done here.
Jay's gonna get Jay's son's gonna get it. He just said my son had me do 3 loads of laundry for him last night. I just went upstairs and found them on his couch in a pile, wrinkled to shit.
Oh.
MFer.
Oh shit.
And see, I was nice to my parents the other day. They had me go, or I'm sorry, I went over there to wash laundry when my pipes burst. And you know, I get there and there's clothes already in the dryer, or it's still in the washer. So I put them in the dryer, and then I pulled them out and I folded them before I set them in their room.
Oh shit.
That was nice of you. I'm sure they love that.
Yeah.
That's what I'd have done too.
Gotta take care of my mama.
Oh yeah.
Toya says hi, Mike.
Hi, Toya. Yeah, I was busy watching. I was busy watching the good in the heat of the night.
There you go.
One of the
Good
ones.
show.
One of the ones when Virgil first got there. To
And they were dealing with the whole racist part.
Yeah, they played like the first one when he got there, and then the second one, which were both good. Like that one cop called Virgil Tibbs boy, and Virgil Tibbs was like, "You will call me Mr. Tibbs." That's a badass show.
I need to watch Yellowstone.
Good
Everybody's
show.
been talking about it, and
Oh,
I need to watch it.
Good
I
show.
think I found
man.
it on Prime.
That new one with Billy Bob Thornton's supposed to be really good too. That land something.
I don't know. Yeah,
I like Billy Bob
Yellowstone.
Thornton.
Yellowstone was badass, dude. It was action packed, man. That fucking.
I really
like.
Justified.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
know. Don't
That
think
was
I
a good
was
show.
You can watch Yellowstone on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. I think I found it on Prime though. Hold on, let me check because I looked it up not too long ago. I went through all the. I may do that. Put that on my website. My domain when I actually turn it into a website. I may put where you can find all these shows.
Yeah, you can probably find it on Hulu. I think it might be on the hell's the one?
Daniel.
I can't remember what the other ones. It came with my cable package or my internet package. Shit. Yeah,
Prime is off limits for me. I canceled it because my online shopping was getting out of control. So unfortunately, my Prime TV had to go with it because I could not control my spending.
Yeah, it's hard when it's that easy.
Yeah, and then it like shows up. They even got as fast as same day. Sometimes I order something and it's there literally the same day.
Yeah,
I had to cancel it because it was doing me too well. It was too convenient.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Your customer service is too good.
Yes.
I've ordered shit from Chewy. Like if I get up early and I order it like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, man, that shit will be here by the end of the day. And I mean, I love it, but I see where that shit could be bad for impulsive spending.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got about $500 on my Amazon card right now, but to be fair, it is a legitimate credit card, so I've put charges on there that aren't related to Amazon.
Yeah, well, I mean, during COVID, I racked up about $3,000 on my Amazon Visa, which it was only on Amazon because it can be used as a regular credit card, but I was only using it on Amazon. And in 2 years, I racked up like $3,000. Like I just had to get off of Prime. It was the only solution.
Yeah, right. I feel you.
But I didn't cancel my Amazon card.
Daniel says washing clothes about an hour, drying clothes about an hour and a half, putting away 4 to 7 business days. I had a fucking hornet in my shed today.
Nice.
Big sumbitch, about that big.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And of course the cats want to play with it.
Yeah. The big yellow one?
It looked like one of them cicada killers.
Yeah, yeah. I get
you're too early, dude.
I get them bitches on my porch in the summertime. Man, you can hear them motherfuckers flying around like they're a damn helicopter. Fucking I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? They'll be up there bouncing off my light and off my ceiling out onto my porch.
Landman, that's what it is, Jay. That's the one with Billy Bob Thornton.
Let's do an unenveloping. Since it's not in a box.
Tyler says, FYI, jar opener starts at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. We're moving it back an hour from now on because Atlas got a new day job.
What are we unenveloping? If it's a bill, quickly throw it in the trash.
No. Those are already in the garbage. No, I'm just kidding. No, I ordered these. These are one of the things I was looking for that mic stand. It's not a compression fitting. It's a, what did they call it? A reducer. One side is 3/8 16. The other side is 1/4 20. But this was going to be my solution if I couldn't find what I actually wanted. But I finally found what I was actually looking for, which was a female 3/8 16 thread and male 1/4 20. That's what I really wanted, and I finally found it. But since I'd ordered these and it was such a pain to find that in the first place, I decided to go ahead and keep the order and let them send it to me.
Yeah, you never know when you'll need it down the road.
Oh yeah.
Jay said it's a choking hazard. Be careful. And he's got one in his mouth.
Not if you wash it down with the Tide Pod, it'll be all right.
Yeah. Gotta put that Tide Pod in there.
Yeah.
And make sure you inject bleach, right?
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah. These fucking
crazy
idiots.
Thing is the younger generation legitimately just does these things that they see on the internet. It's now, if you see a bad result how many ever times people repeat these challenges? 10,000, 20, 30,000 times? What in their right mind possesses them to want to do the same thing that they've seen go bad thousands of times?
Well, the guy that started it all came out and said, "Look, guys, this was a joke. I didn't actually eat it." And then that video got suppressed. So who's really in the wrong here?
Wow. So the video saying like, "Hey, this was a joke. Don't do it." Gets like banned, but the one that makes people think that this was actually being done is able to stay and get shared. Amazing.
Well, that's one of the things. That's one of the things I didn't like about TikTok, because you've seen a lot of shit like that on TikTok, and God knows our kids ain't that bright, anymore. I mean,
well, I think the majority are still smarter than the average. It's just the stupid is what. It's like sex sells. Stupid sells. You
don't see the smart ones on TikTok and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, my son, he's 15. He's really, really smart. I'm not on TikTok. He's on TikTok, and he's not into he's more of a leader, not a follower. He's into these girls messaging him on TikTok. "Oh my gosh, you have the most beautiful green eyes." And I'm like, "Why don't you tell him that you only change your underwear once or twice a week? Huh? Tell him that." I'm like, so I still hate TikTok. Even though he doesn't follow the stupid trends and stuff like that, I still hate TikTok.
I'd be like, "Yeah, thanks, Mom."
TikTok was essentially the best way I have for describing it was essentially it was frontier, unexplored. It was the frontier version of YouTube. Aside from the shorts and whatnot, but funny enough, at least when it first came out, it was actually more conservative than liberal.
Right.
There were a lot of conservatives on there, and they weren't getting, systematically banned either.
Well, I think
it only
TikTok
became liberal because we got bored with it and left.
Yeah.
I think TikTok was originally meant to be addicting. Fun fact, TikTok is onomatopoeia. An onomatopoeia is like in certain languages like Japanese, the word is the sound that something makes, and TikTok is heartbeat in Japanese. It's onomatopoeia. So saying TikTok is supposed to sound like a heartbeat. So there's this younger generation that really thinks that TikTok is life. So I think TikTok was always meant to be addicting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tyler says, "I'm willing to bet those aren't girls messaging Sean."
Yes.
Y'all wanna hear a story from my World of Warcraft days?
Sure.
Yes.
I love hearing stories that don't involve me.
Fair enough. I'm walking around. Anyone that's played it knows, but you don't need to, all you need to know is the town names and whatnot. I was going by Goldshire. It was one of the starter towns when you're low level. I don't remember what I was doing. I was just, plodding along. Next thing you know, I get within range of the local chat. And this guy is in there just trolling people hardcore. And I just kind of, what's this? And walked back. So I started trolling the troll. And he goes, at some point, he makes a mention. He like throws in "that's not what your mom said last night."
Oh, shit.
And I popped back. I said, "Yeah, she said you weren't that big." 30 minutes of stone cold silence. Or no, I'm sorry. Right before that, he said, "She's just trying to make you feel better about your small penis." To which I replied, Oh no, it's fine. I'm okay with my small penis. Stone cold silence.
Right.
Not the size of the boat. It's the motion of
If
the
you're
ocean.
if you're gonna troll people, you need to be able to willing to throw yourself under the fucking bus.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The
Take them even lower.
See, the thing is that when somebody thinks they're putting you down or exposing you, when you agree with them, then they have nothing else to say. Or if you don't have a negative reaction to it, then it's like, oh man, that didn't work. So
fuck them all up.
Your biggest your most useful tool in the trolling toolkit is self-deprecating humor.
Hey, apparently, Yeti, you need Ryan's saying you need to watch where you're putting that envelope, bud. You just put your address out there on YouTube a couple times.
Did I?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you're worried about that. I don't care. Everybody has my fucking address, and like I said, if somebody's dumb enough to come here
it's
and be
out there.
stupid
If
about
somebody wanted to, they could find it. It's not that hard.
No.
I do try and watch that.
Anything can be found on the internet. The only thing is are you actually crazy enough to approach?
Right.
So, yeah, I never worry about my address being
I'll
exposed. I have a small arsenal, so approach at your own risk.
I'll put it this way. Anyone that enters my home with ill intent won't regret it for long.
Yeah. I want to get.
I do try and be careful with that. I thought I had it below the camera. I guess
I want to get one of them welcome mats that says about getting right with God before you break in. But odds of somebody coming in this junkyard uninvited are usually pretty slim. The fact there's a lot of empty trunks around here is a pretty good deterrent. You know, the big bulldozer that can make really big holes really quick, that's a little deterrent.
So that's interesting. So even though like you have a junkyard on your property, like nobody's like, oh, I'm gonna try and like snatch this for free or take this car apart or
I live right in the center of the junkyard. Yeah, no, we chase people out of here from time to time. Sometimes it's just amazing. People will just pull over and just start walking up to the junkyard, and man, my landlord gets fired up. Oh my God, does he get fired up? I'm usually right there, you know, behind him or around him. Yeah, we've seen some shit, man. The one time I was sitting here and this car went flying down the road about 70 miles an hour. They turned around, they went flying back up the road about 70 miles an hour. They did that about 6 or 7 times. And then they pulled up into the upper part of the junkyard, parked the car beside a junk car. They got out, walked down to the road and walked up the road. And at the time, my landlord was actually on vacation. And I called him. I was like, hey, I said, when do you open up a parking lot in here? And he was like, what the fuck? And then his friends were sending him videos. Apparently, there was like eight state troopers down here, some York County regionals. There was a helicopter in the air. There was a dog.
Oh.
Like, yeah, these kids stole this car out of an impound yard. It was his girlfriend's. And I don't know what made them pull it up in the junkyard and park it, you know, but it was.
They thought they would lose them.
Oh, they got out and left it sit there. I don't know what the fuck but we had cops all over the place, bro. I'm out there just walking around. I'm like, damn, this is pretty crazy. And then they were sending my landlord, somebody was sending my landlord videos that I was shooting of all these cops everywhere, helicopter, you know, dogs. And my landlord he was laughing his ass off, man. But yeah, we see a lot of stupid shit here.
Did you do that? Were you on that? The guy that they interviewed for on TV. I don't know what the hell's going on, but holy shit, there's a lot of people out here.
It was crazy, dude.
Mike's up here with me in Pennsylvania, Ryan.
Yeah, it gets usually pretty quiet here. Like this junkyards in a valley, you know, I got neighbors pretty far up the road, and my landlord's house is here on the property as well, but he's down a little bit. But yeah, it's fucking wild, you know. And then I get people will come pulling in the junkyard on occasions, looking for shit and asking questions. But yet I'll order, like I had a pharmacy deliver some medication one time, and there's a hood out at the end of my driveway. It says closed, real big. But this this dude from the pharmacy actually stopped at the hood, and I walked out, and he was like, "Yeah," "Can I come in here?" And I was like, "Yeah," you know. So people that actually got a right to come on the property will actually stop at the closed signs. But the idiots, they just blow right by it.
Well,
You know,
idiots don't have any common sense.
No, that's why you got to worry about idiots going up in the junkyard and getting cut on a car, or, you know, have a car fall on them or something stupid. Then you're liable, you know, even though you got no trespassing signs. Like, you can't swing a dead cat around here without hitting the no trespass sign.
Well, there's ways to solve that.
Why are we swinging dead cats?
Just to keep your cats on their toes a little bit. Make them say, "What the fuck?" My cats are on the porch eating. They don't care. They've heard the good dead cat.
Poor Yeti's outnumbered. He's got 3 PA people on here with him.
3 what?
He's upstairs.
People.
He's upstairs
Pennsylvania, or?
Yeah, all 3 of us are in Pennsylvania.
Nice. I want to visit Pennsylvania one time.
There's a lot of cool shit in PA, man. A lot of history in this state. A lot of history.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've got a Civil War museum down here I want to go visit.
Yeah, Gettysburg is our one of our big ones. But I mean, a lot of shit started in Pennsylvania. You know, in early America. Yeah, Pennsylvania's got a lot of history, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Philadelphia was the capital of the U.S. at one point.
That's where the Constitution was signed.
Lancaster was too.
Constitution was signed in Philly, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
No, the Independence.
Declaration. Yeah.
The Constitution was signed in Washington, I believe.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been in history class.
Philadelphia.
Ryan said, "Okay, York, PA," because apparently Ryan is in York County, South Carolina, Mike.
Well, anytime people have asked me, where'd you grow up? I'm like, Arlington, Texas. Or no, I tell them Arlington, and they immediately think Virginia.
Right.
So
right.
I had to start saying Arlington, Texas.
Yeah. Well, that's
That's like when I tell people that I live in the Harrisburg area, they're like, "Oh, Philadelphia."
Is that where you live, up in Harrisburg?
I live like outside of the city in New Cumberland.
Okay.
Hop, skip, and a jump away across the bridge.
Yeah.
I like it here. It's like away from the chaos.
Yeah. That's how I am too.
Tyler said y'all need to bust out the metal detectors in PA. Yeah, just be careful where you're busting them out, because some places they're illegal, like Gettysburg and Valley Forge. Any national park, they're illegal.
Yeah.
If you do find something, you actually have to submit it to the Park Service.
Yeah.
Now, if you come out where I am and you're like, "Hey, we're just gonna go talk to these farmers and see if they'll let us go wander their property and metal detect," hell yeah, you can do that. And I'm sure you'll find shit, because the stuff happened everywhere.
Yeah, you find a lot of crazy shit on this property. It's been a junkyard for, I bet, 75, 80 years now.
I live close to Cornwall, Pennsylvania, and the significance of Cornwall, Pennsylvania is during the Revolutionary War, a lot of the cannons and munitions for the American military was cast in Cornwall. It's an old iron furnace.
Yeah,
same here. Illegal around Jacksonville.
Yeah, Wrightsville's pretty much in between me and Chris, and that bridge was burnt down during the Civil War to keep the Union from advancing.
No,
For all
it was to keep the Confederates from getting across the river. Yeah.
Yeah, keep the Confederates from advancing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
for the 100th anniversary.
That bridge has been built, rebuilt, and rebuilt, and rebuilt like crazy.
Jay said arrowheads are a big thing in Oklahoma. Can't use a metal detector for those.
No.
Most of your old arrowheads were either slate or obsidian if they could find it. They loved obsidian.
Yes.
For arrowheads and knives back in the day.
Yeah, that shit was sharp,
back in the day, like fucking prehistoric times.
That shit was sharp, man.
Yeah. Yeti, if you ever get up this way, let me know, and I'll take you to. We've got all kinds of fucking museums around here. The Harrisburg.
Might have to roll me around in a wheelchair, but
nah, we'll take care of you. I got a walker. I got a rollator.
Nice.
You go down and snag you a hover ramp
and
in the store.
I just had a hernia surgery.
Jump on it. We'll drive it on the back of the truck.
Hold on, let me.
Hi, Andrew. Good morning. Good morning, Andrew. How's life in the land down under, buddy? Fluffy, do you mind not pushing buttons?
How are the Vegemite sandwiches? Do you speak in my language?
I've had Vegemite. I can't do it. Can't do the
I've never
Vegemite.
had it. I'm not even really interested in trying it. I've looked at what it is.
So here's something for you to think about. A friend of mine sent me a container of candies called Tim Tams from down in Australia. And on the container of Tim Tams, it says, may contain human flesh.
In human flesh?
What? May contain human flesh. Am I wrong, Andrew? Jay said obsidian is more of a Mayan thing. Can't get that here. They found some.
I don't think it was super common.
Certain places. Andrew said, "Don't try the Vegemite."
No, I'm not going to. I mean, I've looked at what
they were good
in it, and I just I can vaguely imagine what the flavor would be like, and I just don't think it'd be something I would like.
It's something that some people in Australia swear by, though.
It seems like an acquired
taste. Have their Vegemite and toast. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you
but apparently there's a right way and a wrong way to make it too.
But I have quite a few friends that live down in the land down under. So, Andrew and Shell are on the Discord server. Shell hasn't been on in a while. I'll have to message her and see what's going on with her. But I have a friend named Ben who lives down there. I have some sisters that I know that live down there that I was good friends with. Yeah, good times. Andrew said Vegemite is great in gravy. Okay.
Yeah, I suppose it could be.
Interesting.
Well, it's like I'm not a huge fan of jalapenos as a whole.
Yeah.
But like if you were to squeeze the juice into something for flavoring, I like that. I just don't like the texture of jalapenos. Same thing with pickles.
I got
What
this.
about habaneros?
I got jalapeno relish. That shit is good, man. It's good for like chicken salad.
Oh, I
Chicken
bet.
salad. Yeah, that shit's
I do
good.
like
We
relish.
we used to grow our own homemade. We have our own homegrown jalapenos and habaneros here, and I'll tell you what, you don't realize the difference in the heat between a jalapeno and a habanero.
Yeah.
People always look at these habaneros, they're like they're such small little peppers. And they're like, oh, that can't be that hot. Yeah, well, them little Mexicans that used to come into my store, my convenience store over in Mount Joy. Yeah, I was cutting them up the one night at work because I brought some in because a friend of mine wanted to try some. And these little Mexicans came in. What's that? What's that? Habanero. Let me try some. Okay. Handed them a slice of it. They ran back and they're grabbing milk and shit out of the fucking refrigerator. I couldn't ring that shit up fast enough for them. I made the mistake of touching my tongue with my freaking finger after slicing the damn habanero.
Oh,
I'm jumping around like a fucking idiot.
I used to love watching Catfish Cooley eat them fucking jalapenos and shit.
Yeah.
He'd eat the Carolina Reapers and shit. Like, man, he was a funny son of a bitch. Catfish Cooley. I don't know if y'all ever watched him, but he's funny.
Heck
He's
yeah.
he's from down south. He's a backwoods redneck. He's funny as hell. Look him up sometime. Catfish Cooley.
I'll have to do
I've
that.
watched him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
Andrew said Vegemite is a product of leftover yeast from breweries. That explains it.
Yes. That is part of it, yeah.
No waste.
Ew.
Yeah, Andrea said at least you don't rub your eye afterwards.
No.
Andrew
Yeah, that's
said-
what I was
Jay
gonna
said At
ask.
least you didn't touch your eye.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that at least I didn't go and wipe my ass or something afterwards. Holy hell.
Oh,
That
yeah.
Right.
was on fire.
Be dumping a gallon of milk down your ass. Be dumping a gallon of milk down your ass crack and shit. Filling the sink up with milk, sitting in it. Yeah, it could be bad. It could be bad.
Whee! The conversations we have. Did we lose Tiffany? Or is she just hanging out? It says she's
No, she's
still
still in here.
I think.
She's still in there.
Oh, okay.
Her window's still there.
She might have to go grab something.
No, I'm still
Take care of
here.
something.
I was just like responding to an email.
Ah.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Tiffany's used to my crazy shit, so.
Yeah.
Oops.
Andrew said, "Light that fire, laugh out loud." I would do that. My brother's a narcissist. He thinks he's the best at everything.
Yeah.
So we're walking up through the yard, and he's like, "Oh, those habaneros ain't shit. They're not shit." I mean, this is a green, very, very green habanero. We just pulled it off the vine. And he throws the whole damn thing in his mouth and starts chomping on it. And the next thing I know, he's laying on the fucking ground. He's gasping for air. Tears running down his face. And I'm fucking laughing. And Mom's freaking out because she thinks he's dying. I'm like, how's that feel, dumbass?
I have
Me and
only
my
seen.
brother have a love-hate relationship.
I've only seen my
I could
dad
fuck with him.
tear up from eating
Go
something
ahead.
hot twice in his life. Well, twice in my life, anyway.
Yeah.
He's got a high tolerance for spicy stuff.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me.
You'll get a lot of peppers off that plant, Tyler. Jalapenos, if you curate it right and you stake it up just right, so that the leaves and branches can go out in different directions. That thing you'll get so many jalapenos off of that thing, you won't know what to do with them all.
So I was supposed to show up 15 minutes early for my appointment today. I got there 1 minute early.
Yeah.
Normally I am there 15, 30 minutes early, but I just let time get away from me. And then literally every single car I got behind on the way into town slowed down. I even had one guy squeals tires, gets in front of me, and then slows down to 15 under the speed limit.
Oh.
Dude, if you're going to go slow, why you got to rush to be in front of me?
Yeah.
So I hit the turn lane and I blew past him. He's lucky I didn't flip him off because that was a dick move.
Yeah, I hate when they do that shit. Or they pull out in front of you,
Oh no!
make you slow down, and then they turn off at the next freaking road or something.
Yeah.
Like, I was making good time, man. I'm like, yeah, assholes.
I mean, at the speed they were going, they would have gotten to where they were going just as fast as if they'd let me.
Yeah, it's even worse when there's nothing behind you. So, like, if they'd have waited that extra second, they could have got behind you and not fucked with your day at all. But yeah, no. Got to pull out now.
Andrew Graham said red light
runners. Yeah.
I've got the video open on my tablet.
See the text message.
Sorry, say that again. Oh, what's that?
Jay sent me this picture in text messages. He said his uncle grew these jalapenos.
Nice.
And then are they pickled, Jay? Yeah, pretty sure it's pickled. Cora couldn't join us this afternoon. She had to take her friend to the doctor's office. That's why Cora isn't here today. So, but I've been chatting with her a little bit.
Let's not put that there. Well, no.
That's funny. No, Marvin the Martian meme says, I need to get on medication so I can slap stupid people and blame it on the side effects.
You're right.
Hell yes. Sign me up. Oh, sorry about that.
Andrea said, I have a question. When you grow them, is there a way to keep them fresh?
Leave them on the
vine.
vine.
Things you can do.
Oh.
No, they don't stay fresh on the vine for very long either.
I know. I'm just being a dick.
You can freeze dry them if you have a machine to do that. You can just dry them out. You hang them from a line and just let them dehydrate themselves. But that's, and then you can cut them up and use them whenever you want.
Can you do them in a dehydrator?
Yeah, you can do them in a dehydrator, or you can just freeze them for that matter.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know,
that Ninja air fryer I bought has a dehydrator mode.
Tyler said, I hate when they switch lanes at a light in front of you to be the first car and then go slow. Yeah.
Yeah. I had this one instance. I hit 60 miles an hour before I crossed the intersection. Because I pulled up, normal encounter, at least in the beginning. And then as soon as the light turned green, everybody just got stupid. And there was a hole just big enough in the middle for me to squeeze through. So I punched it. I was like, if I'm going to be in an accident, I'm going to be the one in front. And there was a cop on the other side of the intersection. And saw me do it. turned and went the other direction.
Oh shit.
I know he saw me do it, but I'm pretty confident he saw what made me do it and was like, yeah, that was called for.
Huh.
If you're gonna put them in a jar entry, you have to put something in them to keep them purified. Vinegar mixed with oil is a good way to do it. Like olive oil, you don't want to use vegetable oil or something like that. Vegetable oil gets rancid too easy. Olive oil is a lot better.
Hey, quick question, since you mentioned olive oil. Have you ever had olive oil get cold and then like get those chunks in it before?
The what now?
So I generally don't heat the front of my house, and I've got a big old thing of olive oil, and I went to pull it out of the cabinet because I was making some marinade, and it's like it's separated or something. It's got a bunch of white chunks in it. It's like it's coagulated or something.
Warm it up a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was basically
just
my
set it
question.
somewhere where it'll warm up and it'll regenerate itself around again.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't go bad unless it gets like olive oil. You have to really, really heat it up to make it. Like we don't have air conditioning in our kitchen.
Right.
In the summer, and there's times it'll hit triple digits if I have to cook in there. So and I've not had, even olive oil has not gone bad in that heat. Whereas I've had vegetable oil go rancid just from being in that heat.
What about
and there's a difference. Vegetable oil is actually made from the seeds of the vegetables. So it's actually a seed oil.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
it's not good for you. Whereas the vegetable oil is actually from the olives itself, not olives don't have seeds, I don't think.
I see him giving me advice in the chat. I appreciate that.
Andrea said keep it in a dark, cool place, and Jay said don't buy cheap olive oil. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let me give you a site here.
I'll move this over here.
Let's see if I spell this right.
Oh, you know what?
I'll click on it first to make sure it goes where it's supposed to.
Let me.
That site can't be reached? Really? Hold on, let me go get the right. Let me erase that because apparently that's not right. No, you dickhead, I want to get rid of that. Remove. There. Animal Farm. Hi, Animal Farm. Animal Farm says, hi there. Okay. This is the right place. I love this store. And we have local, so I can actually go into the store and check out the stuff before I actually buy it. But you can order the stuff online. What the hell? Their address is that fucking long? You've got to be kidding me.
What is it? Oh shit.
Their address that when I'm trying to share it is so long it won't fit in the YouTube thing. It was like 61 characters longer than what it would allow.
Good Lord.
I'm like, I don't need all that.
I think you should be able to shorten it to the Biddy link, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Or whatever that's called. I call it Biddy.
No, it did it again. What the hell was up with that? Okay. This is getting on my nerves now.
Oh, something about olive oil. I was listening as I was typing and responding to emails. There are certain brands of olive oil that aren't pure olive oil because olive oil is super, super expensive. So some olive oil is like faux olive oil. Real olive oil that's like 100% olive oil, it may get thick when it's cold, but it shouldn't clump up.
Okay. Fair enough. You know what? I never did look at that. I'll do that later. I need to make a what do they call that when they make a correction in an article? Whatever. Yeah. So I need to make a correction. Yes. Earlier this morning, I called it the Cyrillic alphabet. It is the Cyrillic alphabet. That's on me. So,
okay.
Wanted to make that correction while I had a chance.
Oh, because I looked it up on Google. Google had to put their bullshit thing on it.
No.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we got the.
They wouldn't do that.
Why is it asking me if it's got a new coil? It's this. That's so dumb.
Everybody's sharing their damn pictures of dinner. I guess I gotta go eat something. They're making me fucking hungry.
Right. I had Taco Bell earlier.
Ryan said that overhead light drowns out your color, Yeti.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna.
You look like a ghost.
Yeah. I tried to angle it a little better. Here in a minute, I'm going to actually, or we plan to go on for a little bit longer? Because I switched my computer.
That's up to you all.
Be a little better.
There's the link finally.
It's all about the angle of the dangle.
Pretty much. Most of the ocean.
Yeah, I can hang out for a while. I don't have a problem with that.
All right. Yeah, let me finish watching this over here, and I'll switch to my computer. I won't be able to use my good camera because I hadn't found an appropriate place to mount it while I'm laying on my bed. When I'm up for it, I try and do it in the living room.
Tyler said he's making tacos
Comfort above
now.
everything.
That's what I had for lunch. Oh,
Pretty much.
Kitty MMA. Oh, did I distract you by getting my soda?
What'd you say about the MMA?
The cats were over here fighting. But then I just distracted them, so now they stopped.
Ooh, Trans Am.
But that link that I posted, did it post in the thing?
Yeah, it's in there. TheRestaurantStore.com.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have some
That was
really
one
cool
place that I
deals
was
down
going to
there.
mention when we were talking about fundraisers yesterday, the restaurant store. Like, it is really awesome to buy in bulk for cheap.
Yeah, I like to buy in bulk when I can, but Sam's pissed me off, so I won't go back.
If you like puddings and shit like that, you can get like the gallon cans of pudding up there for like cheap. Stop trying to take my cap from my soda. Thank you.
But
Yeah.
it's mine.
Yeah, if you're buying gallon containers of pudding, you do like pudding.
Right. Y'all ever watch Supernatural?
Well, we have
No, I never seen it.
There's this one scene where they're in a they infiltrate a loony bin, an asylum, and they're sitting there talking about what they're hunting. And then, one of the nurses comes in. It's like, I'm not sure you actually belong here. And one of them drops their drawers and goes, pudding.
Oh yeah, you're in the right place, sir.
Oh,
I died. And then the one, there's another scene where they've encountered something. Yeah, and then a cat jumped out of a locker. I think it was in another episode. Yeah, it was another episode. They were dealing with a rabbit's foot. As long as you have it, you have like supernatural good luck. But once you lose it, you have supernatural bad luck.
I remember that one because that's where Dean goes. Dean had it and he loses it and he like, I lost my shoe.
Yes.
yeah.
I remember that.
Maybe it was a different one.
We own.
But cat jumped out of the locker.
The whole series.
He goes, oh, that was scary. Apparently, they did 20 plus takes, and they could not get a take where Ackerman didn't laugh. So the director finally said, "Fuck it, leave it in there."
We can do that. We can start doing that. I can start playing Supernatural for you guys. We can do a couple episodes every night.
Doing what?
I own the whole series. The Supernatural series.
Oh yeah, it's a good series. I had to restart it like 5 times because I kept getting off and doing something else, and I forgot where I left off. I finally finished it, and I was pretty happy with the ending. Especially, in the age of Lost, stuff like Lost, where the entire show is basically about a script. In other words, they lost the script for Lost.
I wish I knew what you guys were talking about, but I'm the most non-TV watching person on the face of this planet. I might watch TV for a month or two out of the year.
Yeah, Supernatural was... Katie loved Supernatural.
I loved that show, man. It was so good.
If I'm in my house, there's usually always a TV on. Don't mean I'm watching it.
My TV's on 24/7, but
yeah,
it doesn't always have something playing. Sometimes it's just on the start screen.
Yeah, the only place I don't have a TV is in my bedroom. I got one in my shop, got one in my living room, got one here in my office. But yeah, I did have one in my bedroom, but I took that out into the shop. And when I first took it out, I got a lot of channels on analog TV, and I could catch my Wi-Fi from my house. But then after a couple of months, all of a sudden my Wi-Fi wouldn't reach out there. I couldn't get internet on my TV, and then my analog TV stations started having problems. I haven't turned it on out there in quite a while. It's fucking probably riddled with freaking dust in the back of it now.
Right.
Like anything in my shop. Fucking carving, man, makes a lot of sawdust.
Yeah. I got a chair back here. I need to take it on the front porch and sand.
I have a space heater out there I run in the wintertime. And the other day when it was super cold in here, I brought it in and put it in my bathroom, and it wouldn't oscillate. And when you turn it on, the fan, I bet you'd be like, so I started banging on it with a Phillips screwdriver and blowing it out. Man, I knocked like a pound of sawdust out of that son of a bitch. Now the fan runs fine. It oscillates again. So I gotta on occasion go out there and beat about my heater with a with a big screwdriver handle.
What kind of fan is it? Is it a standalone?
That's a good way to take out some
That's
frustrations.
how you got to treat liberals sometimes, you know. No, it's one of them little porcelain heaters. Not quite as big as a shoebox.
I don't know. I don't know that I'd be beating on too hard then if it's a porcelain heater.
Well, I don't know.
You'll break that element inside there, and then it won't be worth shit.
Well, I don't know if it's porcelain or not, but it still blows heat. So, I mean, I try not to like whack real hard on it. Just little taps. I keep turning it around and tapping on it. Shit.
You're not going like all Office Space on it, right?
Well, I don't.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't get the reference, but I imagine it's pretty brutal. So no, I don't. No, I don't hit it real hard. Just enough.
In Office Space, they take a printer out in the middle of a fucking field because they're pissed off at it because it wouldn't fucking work for them, and they brutally beat it with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like a plan to me, because if I don't know how to fix something, I'm going to replace it anyway. So I'll beat on it a bunch of times and see if it'll start working, because I'm probably going to end up replacing it because I am not very technical. So I don't know how to fix things. So it's like, oh, beat on it. That's my last ditch effort. Or else it has to go anyway.
You need to start calling me to come up and look at stuff before you get rid of it, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that would probably be a lot better.
Right, I want my stapler.
That would be a better approach, but
I would buy a new one before I start beating on it.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh man.
Too fucking
did y'all see the one I hit Buck Egypt with in the Discord?
I've been on there in a while.
It has to be my best.
Oh my.
He handed that shit to me on a silver platter.
Yeah, my freaking laptop, man, it freezes up and shit every time I open the Discord. Not every time, but after it's open for a little while, everything will freeze up. And, yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is, and I don't do much at all on my phone. I mean,
yeah.
You know, I can't deal with that little screen shit.
I was saying earlier this morning, Jay turned me on to Trend Micro. I asked him what.
Turned you on, huh?
Yeah, turned me on.
Hey Jay, there's something we need to know here, pal?
Antivirus he would suggest, and that's what he gave me. It's got a cleaning function. It cleans up your computer. You might check that out.
Yeah, I got 2 cleaning programs on here. I got to get my computer guy up here before too long, have him go over. It's been a while. I was going to have him up after I spilt that water on it, but it started working again, and I got C Cleaner and Advanced System Care, but I don't run them all the time.
Yeah, here's the thing: you got to be careful with that stuff, because those cleaners,
yeah,
they'll run in the background sometimes when you don't realize it. Like McAfee.
Yeah,
I used to have them for my my actual virus scanning and shit.
Yeah,
that stuff runs in the background and takes up so much resources.
Yeah,
that it was slowing my computer down really bad. So I got rid of them.
McAfee has always been like that.
I was getting ready to mention McAfee because that's what I used to use, and yeah, McAfee annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah, my computer guy, he don't run that. He don't run McAfee.
Back in the I don't know, early 2000s. My mom asked me. I was that kid. I just poked around until I found a way to solve it. didn't really know exactly what I was doing. But she asked me to get McAfee off of her computer. She determined that that's what was messing up the computer. Took me damn near a week to uninstall that.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
poking around until you find
so
stuff.
many different tracers on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Poking
gotta
around
know
until you find stuff sounds like things I do not want my teenage son to do.
Yeah. Ah,
Well, it's not like it was a luxury item. It's not like they used it for work or anything.
Your teenage son's going to be poking stuff soon enough. I'd be worried about that too.
He might poke poke
Tiffany's
around
gonna
and
smack
find a
the shit out of me next
catfish
time
on
she sees me.
TikTok. Like, I just don't want him poking around at all.
That is a very fair point. Oh, yeah, that thing was god awful.
Oh my.
All right, let's see. Every time I type in Yahoo, I think of a scene from Inspector Gadget.
Best I found. Very.
You in the limo. Fine. Get out with your hands up, hands raised.
oh, that's
Okay.
Oh boy. The original Norton's was bad. Yeah, this comes the Chromebook comes with its own antivirus built into it. And then on top of that, the VPN that I'm running has anti-malware and all that stuff built into it. So
I don't even know what kind of virus protection I have on my laptop. I'm just always like super suspicious about clicking on anything, especially if it comes off of social media, because Nigerians are attracted to me.
oh.
Like, they literally pop out of the woodwork.
Damn.
Brian said, "A boy's gonna do what a boy's gonna do, Mama." Oh shit! Yeah, I've never been a big fan of Norton. Oh.
Hey, Norton, it was.
The only good thing about McAfee is.
Go ahead.
Did
I
you?
was just going to say the only good thing about McAfee is they always had that malware remover that you could run.
The fuck are you doing? Did you guys see the face post that says LGBT and then underneath it says "Let's go border troops"?
I haven't seen that one yet. No.
Yeah, I showed that one yesterday. I said, now it makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Let's go border troops.
What the fuck is this?
I am Crown Prince of Namibust. You come be my queen. God, Ryan. Ohana said sorry for not being on here. He said it's been a busy day. They had to get the cat fixed today, and they were getting their car back from being repaired and stuff. I said, don't worry about it, bud. Life gets busy sometimes.
Indeed. Indeed. Usually in the springtime is pretty busy. I can't wait for fucking spring, man. I'll be out in my shop 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be out in that motherfucker till 10, 11 at night. Couple bike rides throughout the day. Ain't rode my damn Harley in probably close to 2 months, man.
I like Boyd's comment in there.
And that sucks.
Hey, Jay. Elmo's trying to be like Mr. Burns from that episode of The Simpsons where he had every disease humanly known to man, but it just clogged up his entire system so nothing could move. So nothing affected him. Your episode, so that's why he's going to try and put so many antiviruses in that it just can't move and won't mess with anything. Ryan said, "The more I smoke, the funnier I get."
Okay, that fixed it. Go away. I just want to look at my fucking email. No, I don't.
We got him poking around in his computer, and now look what happened.
Yeah, I got to go through mine. I'm probably up to about 200 or 300 by now. It's been a couple days since I've been on there. Fucking junk they send out, man.
There we go.
I think Trump ought to make these son of a bitches. If you're going to send more than 20 emails, you have to pay for them or something.
Yeah. Pay us for our displeasure.
Oh man, don't say that. That would severely interrupt my life.
That would.
It's fucking solicited.
That would bankrupt us as a corporation.
I'm more of a emailer than anything, because if somebody's going to ask me a pertinent question, like if they email me and I respond to the email, they can go back and reread what I said instead of asking the same question 10 times.
This is true. This is true.
All right, I'll be right.
I email a lot. All right, bud. Daniel said I clicked fix all problems button on my computer protection. It locked up. It locked me out.
Wow.
Well, I guess it's one way to fix a problem, huh? You can't do shit, so now you can't fuck it up.
Yeah.
All right, y'all figure out if you want to start watching
All right.
Harry Potter tonight, or if you want to start watching Supernatural.
You're a Harry wizard.
I think I'll be watching Chicago Med tonight. It's supposed to be a new one again. Chicago Fire FD, Chicago PD.
Yeah.
That show's good,
I
but
like that show.
they don't come out with new ones all that damn often. These freaking writers, man, they got no creativity anymore. It seems like the only new episodes that come out are basically shit that's actually going on in the world, which means they've got no creativity. It fucking pisses me off.
I mean, they're not raised to have creativity. When we were kids, you didn't have a computer screen to sit in front of.
Yeah.
You were, and especially if you were an only child, you were fucked unless you had friends.
Yeah.
The one thing that, and when I used to binge watch TV, which is like mostly over the winter, which is the reason why I only get like a month or two of TV in, during COVID, every single show that I watched was COVID related.
Sniper galore.
Yeah, so like that was annoying, especially in the field that I work in. I'm like, I don't want to see any of this anymore. So I kind of fell off of a lot of shows that I watch, because every show that I turned on, like 911, Grey's Anatomy, like Chicago PD, like every single show was COVID.
Yeah, I used to be a fan.
I will
go ahead.
do that then. No,
go ahead,
Harry
Potter. I used to be a pretty big fan of NCIS New Orleans, and I stopped watching it when I watched King. I see you're in distress. Please hold on while I put my face diaper on.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. What the fuck ever. So I turned it off and I hadn't watched it since.
Yeah, cool. New Chicago shit tonight. Good deal.
Yeah.
Got my
Yeah,
nap.
you're not
Well,
wrong, Gordon.
after the jar openers podcast, it starts at 7:00 Eastern time and runs till usually 9. So about 9:30ish, I'll start the Harry Potter. We'll probably run through 2 Harry Potter movies tonight. And then we'll just do 2 Harry Potter movies a night for the next 4 nights. Do all 8 episodes. Maybe do 3 the last night because I forgot this last episode is the last book is actually two movies. So.
Yeah, I think the last 2 or 3 books should have been split into 2-parters because they got thicker with each book.
And then we can also do Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I can do the first 2 of them. I won't play the third one because they made Dumbledore gay. That pissed me off.
Well, I mean, I thought her comment was kind of funny when she said, well, that's probably because, gay people look like people or something like that. But I made this joke right after she confirmed. Right. Basically, the idea that, it's like you're looking at an extraterrestrial when you look at a gay person is essentially where she was coming from. They look like people. They are people. Was her point. She didn't get too political with it. But I made this joke right afterwards. I was like, I'm not all that disappointed to find out that Dumbledore is gay because, really doesn't affect the story all that much. It doesn't detract from his character. Although, I do wonder now what all the socks were for.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, he was a wizard. I mean,
yeah. What do you?
He can make his socks do whatever he wants, I guess.
What do you see when you look in the mirror?
Anyone watch The Traitors? No, I've never seen that. Let me look it up. Let me look up a trailer for that.
Is that a movie?
I don't know.
Television series.
From 2002. It's on Peacock.
Peacock. That's the one I was thinking of earlier that you can probably find Yellowstone on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was free when I got my new modem, but I don't know if I can even watch that.
Where the faithful reside.
I don't go on that shit now.
With $250,000. But hidden amongst them are 3 traitors. Exciting, isn't it?
Looks like a game show.
You will need the strength of a lion and the stealth of a fox.
You might know me from The Bachelor.
I am from Survivor.
Big Brother All Stars.
Hello, Dad. I know if I was a traitor right now, I would be a wreck. You're gonna confront her when you're saying her name all day?
Honey, I'm looking for every excuse to get you gone.
That was like fun.
I think you're a traitor. I think you're a traitor. I trusted you. I'm telling you, either banish me or murder me. I'm done.
Close the coffins.
Oh,
fuck you.
The person sitting next to you may smile and smile and be a villain.
I wouldn't pick that outfit. I trust your judgment completely.
Let's talk about that.
I can manipulate them.
Think you think I'm a traitor? Game faces are on.
Oh.
There are traitors amongst you. Do you know who they are? So trust no one. And you thought the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was bad.
They should have called it the scripted wives, scripted housewives. That looks like
They
it could
were
be
just doing
interesting.
the shit that they knew would get ratings.
I think a lot of reality shows
not
are
big on-
either scripted or staged because
Well,
you know,
they kinda
even ones
have
that
to be.
aren't scripted, like it's like, okay, you put people in you know, a certain environment or throw in a bunch of alcohol or put people that have like conflicting morals and values and lock them in a house for a certain amount of months. It's like they're just gonna get the reaction that they want, which is drama. That's, you know, people want to see for TV.
Yeah, and there's always going to be somebody there that has an opinion of how it might relate more with their audience, and they'll be like, no, actually what you need to do it this way a little or that way, you know.
Yeah.
You can't punch him in the throat. You can't punch him in the throat. You got to tell him it's okay and I understand.
That's a deal breaker.
And then you always
That's a
have
deal breaker.
and then you always have the people that are only participating because they're trying to rise to fame and, you know, advance their music or modeling career or anything. So they just want to do everything and anything to be the star of the show. So it's like reality TV is not really reality because everybody has an agenda, even the producers, the participants.
I mean, I realized that with the Naked and Afraid and all that stupid shit, which I never really watched hardly any of, but it was like, no, this ain't what it would be like in real life, you know? These people would not be worried about the shit that they have them portrayed to be worried about. I'd be worried about something to eat, somewhere to sleep, you know, and they got all this drama. It's like, I wouldn't even give a fuck about that shit, you know? Yeah.
Do you ever watch Survivor much?
No, I never figured that shit was like real, you know?
Yeah.
Now,
There's
one good
one
show
scene.
that was on there.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, bud.
Oh, I was just gonna say there was one scene that I didn't watch it a whole lot, but there was this one guy on there where they hit land. You know, they've jumped into the water, they've gotten the raft, they take off all their wet articles of clothing that they can, and they just left it in the boat. And they were told there's a small village here. You can go trade for stuff you think you'll need. Well, they hit the beach, and the one of the guys just sat down on the boat. You know, he's a little heavy set, so you think, oh, he's just taking a break, right?
Yeah.
Well, as soon as everyone got out of sight, he stood up, grabbed the lead rope for his boat, walked over, grabbed the lead rope for the other team's boat, walked off with both boats, and traded all those shoes and shit in for goods.
Oh, damn.
Hell yes.
Sorry about your luck, motherfucker.
There's one show that I actually kind of liked. There was a reality show, and that was Alone. You remember that one?
Yeah, that was pretty
Afraid
good.
and Alone, or something like that.
Because there wasn't drama. It wasn't about the drama. Everybody was by themselves.
Yeah, that was a good show. I did watch most of that when it was on
I've never even
Defiant.
heard of that one.
Yeah, that was good. They take you out
Where
in the
they
middle
take
of,
them out in the middle of
nowhere and drop you off. Like you could take only certain amount of things. Like you could take a knife. You couldn't take a firearm. You could take a bow and arrow.
Rupert,
you know, shit to make a fire. And then you had to go and do all this shit. And there'd be wild animals, you know, wolves, foxes, bears, you know, and then when you would kill something, you would have to find a way to secure your food. You obviously didn't have a fucking refrigerator. You know, you couldn't let it sit in your campsite or wolves would come in and eat it. So you'd have to build a storage unit way up in a tree or something. Yeah, that was a good show, man.
That does sound interesting. I guess the drama is like overcoming the obstacles of nature, but that does sound more appealing than people fighting with each other.
Yeah, I'd advise watching that. There's some really good episodes, man. People like the one dude was freaking amazing, man. He made a boat. I forget what all he used, but it was all, natural shit. But he made this boat so he could get out in the water and fish. And it was freak. I was like, this guy, he built this really cool, like a little cabin, had a table in it, had a table outside. Like it was like he could have probably lived there for fucking ever if people would just stay the fuck away from him,
Yeah.
But a lot of people.
Tyler, be safe, bud. We'll see you in a little bit.
A lot of people would get hypothermia and shit like that, and they'd have to use their cell phone to call, to basically quit, and the people would get to them pretty quick that would come in, and then they would anything that you had built, or anything that you did there, this crew would come, they would put you on a boat, and then they would basically level anything and everything that you did, returning it to nature.
Yeah.
Like if you built a little cabin, out of some sticks and shit, they would tear it all down. They wouldn't let nothing there. Really good show. Really good show.
So what were your options when it came to building shelter?
Branches, trees, like mud. I mean, some of these people made some really impressive fucking structures,
like
to live in.
Okay.
I think you could take like a tarp.
That one woman. Do you remember the woman that had what was it, lupus or something that was on there?
Yep.
And she built that whole fucking shelter. She had a fireplace in it and
most
shelves
of them
and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. It was like a little home, dude. Like I would have wanted to leave that there. Like if I had to quit, just come and take me home. But I'm going to come back from time to time and chill out, because it was freaking awesome. And the one dude, he killed this fucking moose, and when these people would catch food, I mean they would be ecstatic, like, because you got nothing, a knife or a bow and arrow.
Okay, I need to hear more about this. How big was this moose? Because moose are like humongous.
Oh, it was a moose. It was a big fucking moose. I think that's what it was. I don't remember if it was a moose for sure or not. I know it was a huge freaking animal. I'm pretty sure it was a moose, but it was freaking huge, And then this guy, then he had to worry about, gutting it and skinning it before the wolves would find him. And then when he did get the meat out, he had to find somewhere to store the meat, and it was freaking crazy.
Let go of that.
Did all this happen at a specific location, or was it different each time?
They had several locations.
Canada, I believe.
Okay. One was up in Canada. I think they did one down around the equator somewhere. They did one. There was a couple in the northern hemisphere. I think most of them were in the northern hemisphere, but there were a couple down around the equator that they did as well. But yeah, you had to pass. You had to pass tests, and you had to prove that you were going to be able to do it. Like they wouldn't just pick Joe Blow off the street and drop him off in the middle of Vancouver Island, I think it was.
Oh, come on, why not?
You had to have some survival
That'd
skill.
be more fun than
You basically had to be a Republican. You basically had to have a lot of fucking. You had to have a lot of
shit.
You had to have a lot of. You had to have a lot of common sense, man. A lot of common sense. So yeah, not many Democrats on that show.
For sure.
I mean, seriously, these reality shows, like they like to pick people that are gonna, make it interesting, and if you throw just anybody in there that's gonna be balled up crying for their mom within hours, like they pretty much waste their time even like recruiting that person. So
yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple of really impressive women on that show too. There's like a bunch of guys, a couple black guys, a couple white guys, a couple women, and the women were always very impressive. I mean, because none of them were like mountain women or nothing, you know. They were well versed in nature and how to survive, you know, how to hunt. Yeah, it was a great show, actually.
Hell yeah.
Brian said he's not wrong. Okay, let me get this in here before it disappears. Ruth said, I plan on doing a segment for my channel exploring naturism. I figure there are enough deep dive channels into cults. I want to do some other lifestyle and cultures.
That'd be a good idea.
And Jay said that fat dude almost won, but he lost a ton of weight, so it was a win.
Yeah. If he's talking about Rupert from Survivor, that's the guy I was talking about. Tyler mentioned it was Rupert. If it was Rupert, he actually got to come back for another. They did one where they brought a bunch of the winners from previous Survivors and had them all go up against each other.
Yeah. Huh. And that was another thing with that alone. You had to report in on a regular basis, like your blood pressure, your weight, your body mass, you know, and then, but if you would start getting real skinny or whatever, they would pull you out. You know, if you would have a medical problem, they would pull you out, but they would monitor their medical.
Well, I think that's the proper way to do a reality show. I have a friend that was on 60 Days In, and needless to say, that friend of mine hates A&E now to this day because they didn't own up to anything that they promised. They made it seem like, oh, if you ever feel that you're in danger, you can give this signal and we'll get you right out of there. People that give the signal, hours, sometimes the next day. It was a mental mind fuck. Their personal lives, marriages, family lives were ruined when they got out. And A&E's like, oh, we'll make sure you have proper therapy and counseling. Never happened. So yeah, reality shows on A&E, absolute no. A&E doesn't care about anybody's well-being.
They did the one season that was really cool. It was two people. They would drop one person off over here and they would drop another person like 20 miles away. I forget what the exact distance was, but pretty far away. And one of them would set up a camp, and the other one would have to find his way to the other person using coordinates. So they had like a compass and all that.
Okay.
But that was pretty cool because I know a couple of the people that had to find their way to the camp. It was a fucking challenge, you know, because it would take you a couple days. So you had to make temporary shelters. You had to get your food and cook it. And you had to overcome some pretty crazy wilderness to get to your other counterpart.
If it was on A&E probably set the wilderness to sick them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on a set somewhere, you know.
Friendly fire was turned on.
It was kind of like the moon landing.
Wait. Is that what happened in California? They turned the friendly fire on?
Maybe.
The friendly
it didn't look too friendly. That fire didn't look too friendly.
It's mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful. Yeah.
Sorry. I couldn't help it.
I don't blame you.
I'm a horrible person.
Well, they'll get over it.
At least I admit it.
It's a fucking disaster.
At least I'm funny.
It's a disaster. They're just going to have to get over it. I mean, they're getting a lot of help. Trump's in there now. They're going to get more fucking help than they would have got from Biden. You know, I mean, it's really good to see Donald. It's really good.
No. Let me jump in on this. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll if I get proven wrong later, I'll admit it. I think it's actually going to fucking change now, and it has nothing to do with Trump.
Well,
up till now, all the big Hollywood actors and actresses were unaffected by this. They are now affected.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think something's going to happen, and it's going to happen probably within the next year.
Okay, now let me explain. Let me tell you this here.
I can certainly agree with that, because there's been a lot of celebrities that donated millions already. Because it's like their colleagues, their friends. A lot of people were affected. There hasn't been a natural disaster that I can remember in the last couple of decades where any celebrity has donated to the tune of 35 million, such as what happened now. So I can certainly agree with that.
Fucking beg us to spend our hard-earned money for it.
But Trump is.
Well, hold on. Chris was about to say something.
Let me address one thing here. Yeti. Biden was going to told them that they had an open checkbook when he was talking to them out there. Do you know why?
Okay.
Because a lot of those Hollywood actors are fucking dark money supporters of the Democrat Party.
Oh.
So they had to make sure they got taken care of.
But Trump's making them get their reservoirs back.
Okay.
In functioning order, so these fucking firemen actually have water, which apparently Bass.
Yeah, that would have made a huge difference.
Oh, big time, dude. They probably could have. I'm not saying they would have beat the fire, but they would have had a hell of a lot of better chance of beating that fire if that one reservoir had not have been emptied.
Yeah, in the Palisades or near the Palisades.
Yeah, and then they deviated all the water that was coming into that reservoir from Canada and the mountains from snowmelt right back out to the ocean. Like, what the hell's going to happen when you have a fire? You don't take care of your woods, and it's dry. You got the Santa Ana wind coming in, and you got no water in your fucking reservoir. I mean, that's a complete.
You don't have a mayor in the country.
No, that's complete incompetence right there.
That's straight up corruption. She knew it was coming, and she GTFO'd.
Oh yeah.
That bitch is straight evil.
Yep, true story.
So
yeah.
Okay, I took and posted Ruth's channel.
Okay.
In the link there, so if you want to go hang out with her, she does all kind of gadget stuff. Like that's the video I posted there. She was doing a review on battery-powered heated slippers.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh, you said.
Check that out. Those would come in handsy or feety.
Yeah, right.
I was going to say earlier, I miss when Fear Factor was about phobias.
Yeah.
You know, there after a while.
Before it went and all the gross shit.
Yeah. I mean,
we're gonna make you eat. We're gonna make you eat. We're gonna make you eat. Asshole.
I mean, yeah. Reindeer testicles or some shit. Nobody has a phobia about eating reindeer testicles. I mean, if you're afraid of it, just don't do it. I mean, it's not that hard to avoid eating reindeer testicles.
What they call them on family vacation? Lamb fries.
Mountain oysters.
Oysters. Oh. No, lamb fries.
You were talking about the sheep ones, the sheep balls.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sheep balls.
I've never seen anybody eat them like that. Many of them.
Fucking John Candy.
Yeah.
Hey, he was fucking funny, man.
You know, I thought it was hilarious when Trump would just kept cutting that person off, talking about we kind of like water to put out fires.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
Has anybody heard anything about RFK yet? I see her talking about him on ABC here, but they ain't going to tell you anything.
He won't be confirmed probably till the end of the week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It'll be a couple of days.
crazy shit with his cousins. So she's going to come out now and talk all this shit about him. So she's such a good person. She kept it a secret all these years? And now she's going to open the bag of bullshit? There's some shitty people, man.
He'll get accused of
Andrea.
misconduct. What'd she say?
Andrea said, "You guys are still on? Holy crap, I went to the store and back."
Well,
Yeah.
I jumped on. When I jump on, Chris can't get me to shut up, so we end up going for hours.
We are going to have to go ahead and wrap up, though. I got to go finish supper
Fair
up.
enough.
And
We've been on.
I'm going to head over and let me see if he's got a link up yet for it.
Okay, under protest, though.
Apparently, Fetterman got his ass thrown off of the View almost today. Or yesterday.
Oh, I can't wait to see about that.
It's not often
they're not
you
happy
see
with
somebody recover.
I mean,
from a
what was he?
stroke
What was
with
he doing
party.
there in the first place?
Right.
Talking common sense to him. That's why they're all upset.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of The View.
No,
I
hell
always,
no.
Neither
I
are we.
always make the joke that it is called The View for a reason. There is
Yeah.
only one.
You.
Yeah.
The View.
I only watch The View when it shows up on, Gutfeld or Bongino or Vita Duffy or what's the other guy with dark hair? He's pretty good.
They show up pretty frequently on SC Reviews on YouTube. He's not a black Australian, or at least he says he's a person of color. I just assume black.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
I don't get upset when you call me.
Liberal Hive Mind shows.
I'm an asshole of color.
I don't get
I'm an
upset
asshole
when
of color.
I don't get upset when people call me white, and I'm not. This is white. I am not white. This is white. You know.
How dare you assume my pigmentation?
Yeah.
I was gonna say my asshole's of color.
Whoa.
Not always the same color. Not always the same color.
TMI.
It's the color.
TMI.
Who was it on here? I told I was offended that they thought I would be offended.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I posted Worrell's channel in this chat there, so if you want to come hang out with us over there at 7:00, which is 22 minutes from now, it says it's fucking snowing.
Well, y'all have a great night, man.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, I will
We'll see y'all later.
be otherwise occupied.
Peace.
But,
Have a
you
good
guys
night,
go check
everybody.
them out.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Yeah, anytime. We'll see you in the morning. God
All right.
willing.
Bye bye.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Peace. Way out. Later.